Time. God is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you doing today?
Man, blessed and highly favored this morning. I know you got a good word today.
Hey, Rick, I was reading the other day something that was real profound. This author who had lost his daughter to death was in pain and trying to work through the heartache and heartbreak because no parent should ever have to bury their child. And he came through it. And he said when he came through it, he reached the conclusion that in spite of how heartbroken he was, life is a gift. I love that. So I pass that on to everyone this day because understand he had experienced a minus and somehow God had blessed him to convert what was a minus in his life to a plus. In a real sense, he went from a negative to a positive because his perspective is that life is a gift. So the question becomes, how do you see life as a gift, even when you've had so much taken from you that you feel that you can't go on? How do you live your blessed life, even when your heart is broken? He says it's all about perspective because life is not always about what happens to you, but how you look at what happens to you. One poet said, two men peered out from prison bars. One saw mud, the other saw stars. Both of them were in prison, but one looked up and the other one looked down. The question is, are you going to spend your life looking down, or are you going to look up to the hills from whence cometh your help, knowing your help comes from God? Life is about perspective. It's about how you look at it. And when you see life as a gift, then you recognize here it is that every good, every perfect gift comes from God, and you learn to focus on the good as opposed to drowning in the bad. I guess I'll give it to you like this. One of my late mentors, when he went through a dark season, said he had learned how to count his blessings. He called it divine arithmetic. And every now and then you got to count your blessings and not just the negatives that happen to you. Count your blessings, name them one by one, and you'll thank God for all the good that God has done. And so that's the word of the day. It's about how you look at life, and it's about counting your blessings. And when you count your blessings, you'll discover that God can use what sets you back to set you up for a bless up that you wouldn't have received had you not been through that setback. So go ahead. It's about how you look at life. Go ahead. It's about counting your blessings. So go ahead today and count all your blessings.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Haynes. Love you, man.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 10 minutes after the hour. Y'all, front page news is being brought to you by America's Best. That's right, at America's Best, you never overpay for eyewear. Get 2 pairs and a free quality eye exam for just $69.95. It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best. Maria Moore, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The death toll from the Astroworld concert tragedy in Houston rose from 8 to 9, with the family of a 22-year-old Texas A&M student saying she died on Wednesday night. A 9-year-old remains in a medically induced coma. A criminal investigation is being conducted, and on the civil side, more than 50 lawsuits have already been filed. Donald Trump's lawyers have scored a win. Yesterday, a federal appeals court temporarily blocked the release of records from his term in office to the House committee investigating the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. The records were said to be turned over today, but his lawyers argued he can still claim executive privilege over the records even as a former president. The case will likely go to the Supreme Court. The defense in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial rested its case yesterday. Rittenhouse is accused of fatally shooting 2 men and injuring another during racial injustice protest in Wisconsin last year. Closing arguments are expected to begin on Monday. Finally, the U.S. State Department has issued a rare warning for American citizens to leave Haiti amid the country's severe fuel shortage and worsening security situation. Haiti's government and police are struggling to control gangs in the country, and the U.S. Embassy said it would probably not be able to get people out if commercial flights become unavailable. I'm Maria Moore sitting in for Eva, and that's what's happening in news. Rock T, what's going on in the world of sports?
Man, can we shout out the Miami Dolphins last night, man? They showed up and showed out against the Baltimore Ravens. I know Raven Nation.
Tour.
Yeah, him and Jacoby Brissett, tag team to win the game. Raven Nation, like, really? The Miami Dolphins?
Yeah. You just never know in the NFL. It's unpredictable.
It's the NFL, man. Speaking of the NFL, let's talk about them LA Rams. If they don't win the let me say this. If they don't get to the Super Bowl now, shame on them. They just signed Odell Beckham Jr. to that offense, man. They joined Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and Van Jefferson on that offense with Matthew Stafford as the quarterback. Defense is, I ain't even got to mention what the defense is. They added Von Miller, who's going to make his debut hopefully this weekend. But if the Rams don't get to the Super Bowl, Rick, shame on them.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
Right.
Shout out to Cam. Oh, Cam Newton, he's back. He signed with the team that he led to the Super Bowl. He rejoins the Carolina Panthers, dog.
That's good.
Yes,
good for him.
Indeed,
He got another
man.
chance.
Yes, indeed. Sam Darnold, he hurt his shoulder. He's going to be injured for 4 to 6 weeks. Matt Barkley is the backup, but that's the key words. He's a backup. They 4-5. They still got potential to try to get to the playoffs, so they see we need to go get a quarterback that's got some experience, so they bring in Cam in. 1-year deal, $10 million, 4.5 of that is guaranteed. So big up to Cam Newton right there. That's what I got for sports. Gary, what's the T? What up there, Pippin?
All right, y'all. Andy Summers, honey, he's a guy from the group called The Police. He is speaking out, y'all. And a lot of people saying he's saying that Puff Daddy needs to go to jail effective immediately, y'all. Now, Mr. Summers said that he didn't get anything from his contribution to Puff Daddy's 1997 chart topper, I'll Be Missing You. Now, during an exclusive interview, y'all, with UCR, the Police guitarist looked back at the hip-hop and he said, which famously sampled his song, Every Breath You Take. Now, he said it was one of those funny things. Summers recalled the moment that when he first heard Puff Daddy's song, he said, my 10-year-old came in the house and came over and said, Daddy, I want you to come to my room and listen to my radio. He said, there's a guy who is completely doing your guitar thing. He said, I went in and it was the first time I heard Puff Daddy and whatever he called that song. I went on and I said, oh my God. Now, naturally, y'all, they said the rocker, honey, quickly took action. Now, he said, we went from there and called the manager. He said, I think we ended up at least selling out of court and we got some kind of royalty. But he said, what's his name? Puff Daddy sold 30 million singles, y'all, of that track. And that man said he didn't get nothing.
Oh, wow.
So people could just steal your guitar samples? I mean...
That seems odd. That seems so odd that they wouldn't clear that ahead of time. I don't know. There's got to be more to that story.
I'm sure he got something.
He said, now Sting, honey, he said Sting, the only songwriter credited on Every Breath You Take, will be eventually awarded 100% royalty on I'll Be Missing You. He said, but Summers said whose distinctive guitar riff was sampled for the rap tune and didn't get a penny.
I can hear it in my head now, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wow, I was listening to that yesterday, the Sting.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, he got to go. He got to get that from his publishing company.
Yeah.
Really? That's sad, honey. However, but he said he didn't get nothing, so they just need to stop stealing folks' stuff, honey. But
stop sampling.
Yeah, I mean sampling. Yeah, that's what
we wouldn't have some of the great songs we have now if they didn't sample. We would end up playing the old song. We would end up playing, Herb Albert as opposed to her.
Yeah, well, but they need to at least pay them. No, these people worked hard for.
No,
That's
these
like
people getting paid. Everybody don't have that situation now. These people getting paid. The only thing they want to take the whole song. If you use one piece of their song, they want to take all the credit, all the publishing. They don't even want to give you credit for writing the stuff yourself. But hey, some people want to give that up.
All right, we're going to follow that story, y'all. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is beef eater. On the high end, you say beef eater, and on the low end, you say natural brown. That's the color for today, Brad. That's still some natural brown. That's a beautiful color.
And what's the color?
Beef.
It's beef eater, and on the low end, it's natural brown.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Jesus, coming up next in the hot spot, Kanye West opens up about Dave Chappelle's Closer controversy. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. Beef eater. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brad?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. So Kanye West opened up about the controversy surrounding Dave Chappelle's The Closer. In part 2 of his interview with Drink Champs, he said, man, if they don't get out of here, bro, cancel what? What are we canceling out here? Y'all just wait until someone ain't affecting the stock and you just take them out one by one to impose fear on anybody with freedom of thought. I smack the crap out of you when I see you. Don't tell me what to do in your life ever, boy. This is our culture now. You can't cancel none of us. He continued, and to all y'all scared and running around doing what these Hollywood folks telling you to do, forget y'all. Y'all either is about our culture that we grew up about, or you about yourself. So they canceling what, is what Kanye said. What y'all think about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of got a point.
Yeah.
Kind of got a point.
Well, he can say it because, he's self-made.
Exactly.
Yeah, he done right. Yeah. And he done been through the cancel culture a few times and made it out, so he can say that. All right, y'all, moving on. Oh, man, a 9th person was critically injured at Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival has died. The family lawyers told TMZ that the 22-year-old college senior, Barty Shahani, died yesterday after previously being declared brain dead and on a ventilator. Attorney James Lassiter said in a statement, Barty was a shining star in the community. She was a sister, a daughter, and a high-achieving college student about to graduate from Texas A&M University with high grades. A rep for Barty's family continued that she was the woman in the viral video that showed that she was dropped on her head as she was carried out by first responders. The rep said that they want justice for Barty and her family and for whoever put profits over safety to be held accountable. In a statement for Travis Scott, they said over the last week, Travis Scott and his team have been actively exploring routes to connection with each of these families and every family member affected by the tragedy through the appropriate liaisons. He's distraught by the situation and desperately wishes to share his condolences and provide aid to them as soon as possible, but wants to remain respectful of each family's wishes on how they'd best like to be connected. Oh, man. Prayers and condolences out.
Now, Brad, I was listening to a show yesterday. You and all y'all, at least, basically are entertainers. Now, listen, and they said on the back of those tickets, it tells you that these people are not responsible for nothing. So, would these people? Travis Scott have to pay, or any of these people they say on the back of the tickets, they're not responsible for injuries, this, that, and the other, and all that other stuff?
It might say that, but I don't know about people dying. This is kind of different. I feel like this is way different. It may say that, but I'm sure these 46 or 47 people that are suing and the lives that have been lost, these people want some type of something. So I don't know if that applies, Gary.
Yeah, there has to be a standard for safety at these big events as well. So someone is responsible. It's just figuring out who is.
Who is, and that's probably what they're trying to do. They going to get something from somebody because this is too big of a situation for them not to. All right, y'all, last but not least, Meek Mill has announced that he is taking a break from social media. He tweeted, about to take a break from social media, y'all. I see too much crazy stuff on here and I feel like it's affecting my mental. He added, being a young kid got to be confusing in these times of social media. Hell, I'd be lost seeing some of this stuff. So right. I agree with that. Sometimes you do need to just take a break from it.
That's when you be on there too much. And you be on there and you start reading all of those comments. Man, when I see certain videos, I already know what comments might come with it. So I just don't read the comments.
Yeah.
And
there's a way to block your comments or turn your comments off so people can't say nothing. If you feel like they're going to be disrespectful, you can turn the comments off. So, Gary, I'll show you how to do that because I know you don't know how to work your phone.
Like, God, dog, you can block the comments too?
Yep. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU. And watch out, hit us up for them wake-up calls at 8669-RICKY. That's 8669-RICKEY. Who you repping today, Rock T's?
We going to Central State University, man. Shout out to the Marauders out there, man. HBCU, coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The 2021 Marconi Award winning network syndicated personality of the year, Mr. Rickey Smiley. Congratulations.
Man, thank you, Dr. Collins. And thank you for everybody that said congratulations, except for one person on the morning show, but it's cool.
Hey, well, listen, man, in the words of all the OGs, you're not just a Mac, you a macaroni.
Thank you, man.
That's a Marconi Award winner.
Macaroni.
Okay, so macaroni. Okay, so Ricky, we've been talking about for 2 years the benefit of taking vitamin D and omega-3 fish oil and all the things that it does to boost your immune system. But a study was just released on November the 8th that noted that the incidence of autoimmune disease was decreased by 30% when patients were supplemented with vitamin D and omega-3 fish oil. So currently there's no other treatments or preventing for autoimmune diseases, and that includes diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, polymyalgia rheumatica, psoriasis, lupus, all these things that disproportionately affect people of color. Simple solution. Take your supplements, your vitamin D at 5,000 international units a day, and your omega-3 fish oil at least 2,000 milligrams per day, and you can decrease your chance of getting that arthritis in your 40s and 50s by 30%. That was amazing data, and again, it was unexpected. It was part of a different study. It was just one of the things that was demonstrated in that study. So the vitamin D is a pleiotropic hormone with wide regulatory action, and it does a great anti-inflammatory response. Omega-3 fish oil, which suppresses the biosynthesis of inflammatory arachidonic acid, regulates the inflammatory transcription factors, which also decreases inflammation. So inflammation causes chronic disease, oftentimes can lead to mutation, and chronic inflammation can lead to even some cancer. So again, this is a great, great benefit shown by two very easy to obtain supplements and things that people can get without a prescription. So take your vitamin D and take your omega-3 fish oil. That's what we recommend because we know how it boosts your immune system. Right. But now we're seeing other disease states that are affected as well. Let's go to the callers, Ricky.
All right, Dr. You know what, Dr. Collins, hold tight. We're going to take these calls on the other side. We don't want to run out of time.
Okay.
We got your phone calls with Dr. MJ Collier coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Rickey Smiley Morning Show is the top of the hour. We have to wait it on to Dr. MJ Collier. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Rickey Smiley, we are here to answer your healthcare questions.
All right, let's go right to the phone. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Are you familiar with small nerve fiber neuropathy? After I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, this is what I was diagnosed with 6 to 8 months later. And I went to see a rheumatologist, and she couldn't tell me what I can expect. If you are familiar with that, what should I expect out of this diagnosis?
Yeah, nerve neuropathy is oftentimes benefits from vitamin supplementation, particularly vitamin C and vitamin D. So I would take those supplements. I would even throw in some omega-3 fish oil. Those nerves are inflamed, and they're going to give you, anything from tingling sensations to numbness to pain. It can even feel like, your fingertips and your feet are on fire. So it can go through all of those different ranges. So, but the primary therapy would be that, and I would try natural supplementation before I would go to the primary therapy, which is steroid therapy.
All right, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Dr. Collier, I was wondering, they say if you get COVID and then get the vaccinations, you get extra protection. Does it work the other way around? Like if you get the vaccines first and then you catch COVID, do you get extra protection?
Absolutely. That was a great question, and I'm glad you flipped the script in that way because you do get extra protection when you do that, and you get great benefits. So the ideal situation is to have had the coronavirus, recuperated from it, have natural immunity along with the immunity that you get from the vaccines as well. I'm going to do a great discussion on that on Monday. I got some great information that just came out yesterday.
Oh, man. All right, Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Okay, you can reach me on all social media at ASK Dr. MJ, and these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Marconi Award-winning radio personality of the year, Rickey Smiley, his production cast, or other members of the morning show. Thank you, Ricky. We'll talk to you. Have a great weekend.
Hey, Dr. Collier.
Yes, sir.
I want you to sing along with us right here. Hey! There you go, Dr. Collier.
These are for you.
Sing it, Dr. Collier.
Yes. Be glad.
Come on, Doc.
These are for you.
Sing it, Dr. Collier.
Ought to be glad, ought to be glad.
Come on, Doc.
For you.
Come on.
For you, Rickey Smiley. He did it for you, Brett.
Yes.
Come on, Doc. For you, Gary. He's doing it for you, Rocky.
Appreciate you, MJ.
Hey.
Get it, Brett.
The spirit this morning.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Collier. Gary, what you got coming up next?
Coming up next, they're conspiring against Kim. That's what Kanye said. We're going to talk about it next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is your boy Earthquake. Rickey, skinny ass, Smiley. Over 30 years of comedy. Been robbing these people, Rickey. Robbing. I remember when you started. I took you to the first strip club, Magic City. You fell asleep without telling the girl stop dancing. When he woke up, he owed $800. That's how we broke up. Congratulations, man. One of the best. You're my friend. You're my brother. And I'm glad we share as peers slinging these jokes. I love you, man.
Wow.
Earthquake.
Yeah, made me cry.
Come on, dog.
Dope. I got goosebumps. That was so sweet.
That was good, Nathaniel.
that former roommate, Brett, Maria, former roommate.
Was that a true story?
Wow.
Yeah.
The strip club story?
And you forgot to tell the girl to stop dancing.
Yeah, I was into the church back then. And he took me to the strip club, and I would be in there on the VIP on the couch, sleep. And wake up,
wasn't ready.
And wake up and some chick standing over you twerking. Say you owe the girl $800.
And she sure won't leave. She will twerk till
You ain't know that meter be running, boy.
that meter be running.
Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the tea. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 7 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue today brought to you by
U.S. Department of Health, man. Vaccines are highly effective in preventing hospitalizations and deaths, even from the Delta variant. If you've got questions about COVID vaccines, talk to a doctor because our kids are irreplaceable. We can do this all together. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.com. I'm sorry, vaccines.gov. Get that right. What up there, Gary?
Good morning, Ronti. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. Is Friday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Kanye West is speaking out. He's saying they are conspiring against his beautiful wife, Kim Kardashian. Now, he said at the end of the day, he said, I ain't got no paperwork yet. He said, but I'm going to come on and talk about how he want to save his family, and he want to keep his family together, even though they're filing for divorce. He said almost in that same breath, he said he was talking about like a conspiracy theory, suggesting that there's plants in place around Kim and possibly other celebs that try to manipulate what they're doing. He said his reasoning for believing this is because he says that artists and celebrities are pretty much all narcissists, and no regular person will want to hang out with that person and listen to them talk about themselves for hours and hours. He said those who do, he's suspicious of them. He said he's very suspicious of those type of people. Then he said one person he suggested is that he has some concerns about was a lawyer who's apparently been keeping Kim in her ongoing efforts to pass the bar and get her license to practice law. He says she has failed the exam twice for sure, having tried a third time this past summer. Now, he said according to him, he said he was on the phone getting pitches for Saturday Night Live skits while Kim was in a session with this lawyer. He said the lawyer got on the phone and started making bad suggestions, and he was like, man, this dude's an idiot. He said they got an idiot training my wife, honey. She's going to fail the bar the third time, y'all. He said, and then he went on to suggest that perhaps this isn't just hapstance, that perhaps Kim continue to fail the bar is by design for nefarious purpose. So he said they doing this. I mean, I could imagine. How you gonna be a lawyer and you don't even go to law school, but somebody just tell you how to be a lawyer on the telephone?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of you got to have some experience. You got to go through the classes and go through the motions and know what it's like to win or lose or be going up against. Like I don't get
sit up in the courtroom and get some courtroom experience. I bet if Glennon Threet taught her, she'll pass. Cause that's one of the best law professors ever.
And people feel that because her daddy was a lawyer that she's a lawyer by nature or whatever, but that's not so.
You got to pass that bar.
Yeah, and it just won't happen.
And a lot of people don't pass it the first time around.
That's common.
Not that unusual.
If you got ADHD, you better take that Adderall and sit in there and get ready, because that thing lasts for like 2 days, all day for 2 days.
Man,
my Lord.
Yeah, you have a better chance of pledging Q.
I couldn't pass a 5th grade math test.
Let me tell you, the California Achievement Test, the ACT.
All right, then. Well, moving on in other celebrity news, we say we're not going to talk about it, but we got to. Will Smith, y'all, he's talking again. He said his mama caught him having sex as a teenager. Now, he recalled when his mama caught him having sex with his girlfriend, Melanie Parker, when he was in high school. He put that in his memoir, Will. He said, honey, the light switch came on, and then thousands of times before, he said his mama, her eyes just landed on him and his girlfriend. He said he was shocked by it, honey. He said, but he was thrown in reckless lovemaking. He said, as a teenager, outside of physical injury, you cannot feel worse than having your mother catch you and your girlfriend, honey, on the kitchen floor. He said, I'm still not exactly sure where I did or what I did that night. He said, but, honey, she caught us. And it was a sad thing, and that's new in his book. So he's going to be told everything in the book.
Yeah, he really making people want to get his book. I guess that's what you got to do, Gary. Tell a little bit of the story. Make people go buy the book to hear the rest. So he telling us a bit of every little story that we want to hear and that people talking about. And then we got to go buy the book to hear the rest. He's smart now, Gary.
Yeah, he is smart. And you know what, Gary? He's done so many movies. He should just go ahead and do a movie about his life and just go on and just put your life in a movie, like a coming of age, and go through it. I wouldn't be surprised if that was coming.
Independence wasn't about his life.
The what?
Independence, that movie Independence.
Man. No, that was a complete fiction. That was a science fiction.
But that would be good, considering all the stuff that him and Jada went through. Just a side story, outside of him acting, but all of the personal stuff with the ex-girlfriend and the son that they have, and Willow and Jaden and stuff, and how he's navigating to where he is now. So I don't know.
Well, we gonna see.
But people don't do stuff like that till somebody die.
Exactly, a memoir anyway. So but maybe he feels something. All right, the Kahlua today is one of my favorite. The Kahlua today is beef eater. On the high end, you say beef eater, and on the low end, you say beautiful natural brown. That's your Kahlua for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all. Allow me to wish Happy Founders Day to Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, founded November the 12th, 1922, on the campus of Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana, by 7 young educators. Today is their 99th anniversary, so make sure you call in for the wake-up calls. K, White, all y'all, Sigma Gamma Rho, y'all hit us up. All right, Sigma Gamma Rho, call us up right now, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKY. Wake-up calls coming up next. Celebrating 100 years.
Come on, y'all.
100 years of Sigma Gamma Rho at the Marat Theater. I'm going to put that out there, put that in the air.
Oh, man, centennial.
At the Marat Theater. I'm talking about we get there that Thursday night, throw a party.
Yes, sir.
For Sigma Gamma Rho, and then that Friday morning, oh, my God.
I'm sure an international president, Rashida Liberty, would say, come on with it, Rickey
We going to have someone. I'm going to invite Q's. I'm going to invite Deltas. Everybody. We coming to celebrate the one. I'm inviting all Divine Nine.
Yes, sir.
We going to come and celebrate Sigma Gamma Rho 100. If I have to come by myself, I'm coming.
I'm already there with you, bro.
Believe that. 866-9-RICKY, Sigma Gamma Rho. Y'all call me right now. 99 years.
One time.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's up?
Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, we're celebrating 99 years of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Hey.
Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, thought we'd be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up, encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning, I am Kay McKinney White. I am the proud member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Happy 99th Founders Day to my sorors.
Wake up to all the Sigma Gamma Rhos all over the land. We turn 99 today. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Waking up all my sorors of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Happy Founders Day. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. I am Rashida Liberty, the Centennial Grand Baptist of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and sending a happy Founders Day to all the lovely ladies who adorn the blue and gold. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Let them know. Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baby Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee said, wake up. Wake it up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Where you at, Columbus, wake up. In Albany, wake up. Come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, shout out to Sigma Gamma Rho. Hey, K White, thank you for calling in, because if it weren't for K White of Sigma Gamma Rho, I would not be a Q.
Come on, dog.
When I was pledging through my process, that's why I hid at K White house. So shout out to my sister K White and Brian White, member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. But if it was not for K White, I would not be an Omega.
Love it.
Yeah. What we doing next? Summer Maria, what you doing next?
I am talking about stress-free ways to stay on track if you're feeling overwhelmed inside your fitness journey. That's up next inside Mind Body Business.
Here in the second week of Walmart's Black Friday deal, the day starts in store Friday, November the 12th at 5 a.m. There's all sorts of new deals to check out, and you want to be there. Score the on 8-inch kids tablet for just $59 and get the Gourmet air fryer toaster oven for just $49. Both while supplies last. Give more, enjoy all you love. Don't miss Walmart's Black Friday deals for days starting in store Friday, November the 12th at 5 a.m. Walmart, save money, live better.
Mind, Body, Business with Maria Moore on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour. Mind, Body, and Business by the one and only Maria Moore. Maria, what's up?
What's up, Rickey Smiley? So this morning, I want to revisit some practical steps that everyone can take to incorporate, to lose unwanted fat and maintain a healthy weight. And you know, Rickey, with all of the dieting strategies, it can be confusing, but really when you stick to the basics, you're more likely to see progress. And so this is what I call the ABCs of sustainable weight loss. And it's an acronym that stands for action, balance, and consistency. So first up, I want to talk about action. And this is something that people fail to do simply because they want all of the circumstances to be perfect before they start. You know, there's a quote that says, you don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I love that quote so much because sometimes
say that one more time. That's good.
Yeah, nice. You don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great.
Yes.
Message.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I'm putting that on the wall.
I'm getting that on a tattoo.
That's real. Brad, me too.
Man, that's real talk right there. You got
yeah. And I think that's applicable, you know, in all areas of your life, not just fitness. And, you know, if you don't have a gym membership, don't let that stop you. If you don't have a big budget from a meal prep service, don't let that stop you.
Step out on
Don't
faith.
let it stop you. Yes, start by doing something. So here's what I want everyone to do. Write down 2 or 3 things you can do right now with what you already have. Like, can you just reduce your portion sizes? Can you go for a walk on your lunch break? Can you get off social media a little bit earlier to protect your mental health?
You better preach.
Yeah. So overall, don't let what you can't do distract you from what you can do. All right. And so next is balance. And this is a shocker for most.
Now. Come on now.
I'm trying. You know, I'm about to drop my cash app in a minute, Rickey.
Okay.
I'm talking about glory. Hey.
Yeah,
that's fine right there. I'm telling you, that's real talk this morning.
It is.
Yeah. So the next one is balance, and this is a shocker to most people. Extremism is not the only way to lose weight. You don't have to starve yourself. In fact, drastic changes are rarely sustainable. And you have to think of it like this, Rickey, a roller coaster ride. Most roller coasters are only 2 minutes. That's because thrill rides aren't sustainable for long periods of time. And you have to apply this ideology when you are pursuing your goals. If you go extreme, it is going to be very hard to sustain that. No bread all the time, no slice of pizza ever, running and, it's just too much.
Right.
So schedule rest days, schedule treat meals, and create some balance. And try not to go too long without having a meal you enjoy or a rest day. This is so necessary, and it will keep you motivated.
You're talking to me.
Well, my pastor was preaching one Sunday, and I had to actually get up and leave out of church because I couldn't stop laughing because he said, I know you might drink a case of beer, but if you can just get down to a 6-pack. Man, that took me. Well, I said, Kevin Brown, let me find me another church because I ain't gonna make it here. I'm too silly for this kind of stuff.
I love it.
Yes, good,
all
Maria.
Right. Yeah, and so the last one is C for consistency, and this is the one that people like the least because this is where true habit change comes in. Bishop T.D. Jakes said, being relentless will get you there, but being consistent will keep you there.
Ooh.
And this is what you talked about yesterday about that Marconi Award is about being consistent and showing up for yourself every day. And the thing that I love about consistency and habit change is that it doesn't require you to feel like doing something. When you create a habit, you do it because it's second nature. Like you get up and brush your teeth. Yeah, you do it automatically. So you have to be consistent to create that habit. And so those are the ABCs, and I'm hoping that everybody was paying attention and writing it down.
Alphabet soup, girl. I done learned me some lessons.
Yes.
You talking about me.
Maria, but I was told, can I lose weight faster with a waist trainer?
You can lose weight faster by not eating as much.
Not eating as much. Then the waist trainer won't be so tight. Maybe you have to do things.
You got to put that work in.
Yeah, stop eating late at night. That's your bad habit. You eat late.
I know, but because I don't be hungry earlier.
Remember I told you a long time ago? I said, go ahead and do your big meal at 3 o'clock.
Yep, you did.
At 7 o'clock, have a bowl of Raisin Bran. Just a simple bowl of Raisin Bran and drink a bottle of water that'll fill you up. And it's not heavy, and go to bed. You do that every night, you'll lose weight.
Because I have a problem eating cookies, though. I hate eating cookies.
Yeah. I got a friend that's addicted to cookies.
Yeah, and you can't tell your body where to put the fat. Unfortunately,
That's
a
what
lot
I
of it is
learned.
genetics. Right. Yeah, like, some people, it goes to their thighs and their booty, and they just blessed to get it there. Some people, they go to that back.
How does it go to your back, though?
It said it on the back of Chips Ahoy. It said it goes straight to your upper back fat.
Because it goes to my back, and I hate it.
On the Chips Ahoy pack.
Really?
I tried to tell you to read it when I was over there.
Maria, did you tell me? I mean, did you?
Bye, Gary.
Stop eating them cookies, Gary.
Why? Rick's about the morning show. Black Tony, where you gonna be tonight?
Hey, sir.
Yeah.
I've been trying to call you all night.
What?
Cause the what did the producer of the show call me last night?
Bro, you're just killing the whole vibe. What's going on now? Why are you not coming to work?
Daryl called me last night. The Money Show producer, he called me last night.
Who, Derek?
Daryl, whatever his name is. Look, Shawty, he called me.
What did he say?
He told me you had won Academy Award. I'm so proud of you.
I won Academy Award.
He said you won
Academy Award
for the best radio show in his career radio.
Hold on, Derek, did you tell Black Tony I won an Academy Award? What did you tell him when you talked to Black Tony?
Is he here? I'm looking for him. Where's Black Tony?
No, he ain't here. Derek, but what kind of award? Explain to him what kind of award did I win.
No, Black Tony, this is a Marconi Award.
Daryl, what you told me he won?
It's Derek.
He won the big award.
You ain't been to work so long, you don't even know his name. His name is Derek. Derek Baker.
Whatever his name is. Look, hey.
Derek, explain to him what a Marconi Award is.
Listen, this is the prestigious award for radio personalities in the business. This is our Grammys, Black Tony.
That's what I know. He won a Grammy. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's called a Marconi. It's like the Grammys.
Don't worry about it, Derek. Don't worry about it.
Derek, look, I'm too emotional right now. I can't come to work.
It's Derek.
I would just be out. Too. Hey, look, I would just be crying and stuff if I came to work. I can't do it.
Derek, what exactly did you say to him to get him? Derek, just tell us what you said to Black Tony when you called him.
Black Tony, you haven't been to work all year, and we work on these budgets now. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to keep you, man.
All years.
Hey, Daryl, get off the phone. Hey,
Rick, you forgot that S. All years.
Say what, Rob?
All years.
Hey, Rick, get off the phone. I just wanted to tell you congratulations. I'm so proud of you. That's why I ain't going to work, because I wouldn't stop hugging you and crying.
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate this. Congratulations. I take this so personal, and all the congratulations that I got.
We worked so hard through the whole year.
Corey Holcomb calling in, congratulating my man Rickey Smiley on winning the Marconi Award. You know, one of them things they give people when they stand out in the radio game, like the Grammy of the radio. Hey, that's good, man. Rick, you done came a long way, boy. But I got to tell you, that one time you invited me to your house for Thanksgiving, because, you know, I was on the road working. That was big time, man. But Ricky, you had just bought that smoker, and you cooked that turkey, and my dude, that turkey was still bleeding in the inside. You had a steak turkey, Ricky. It was medium rare. But that was your first time cooking it, so we ain't mad at you, man. But I hope you to learn how to smoke them turkeys now, man, because, you know, what I'm going to say, you had invited me over for Thanksgiving, but that turkey wasn't dead yet, boy.
Hey, man, that's my little brother, Corey Holcomb, man, celebrating 32 years.
It's amazing, bro.
Of stand-up comedy, man. I'm just blessed to be alive, Rock.
And you get better, you get better and better, man.
I just thank God for the opportunity and thank God for his grace and his mercy and his blessings, and still performing, doing radio every day, man, and to all the fans. I really appreciate it, man. Never saw all of this 32 years ago.
Come on, dog.
That's consistency, man. That consistency.
Yeah, and home training, discipline and structure. Get up, take your ass to work and do what you got to do. So and you know what?
Yeah. And I thank you for all the good advice you've given me. Hey, they finally got me wrong.
They got you, dog. He said, and you know what? I want to thank you for all the advice you've given me.
Boy, that Super Dave dirty back down.
Nobody care about no advice.
That Super Dave, he don't like Special K and Rock T. He always cut them off.
He got killed before. He don't care.
This segment is being brought to you by My Computer Career. If you don't absolutely love what you do, go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation day and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Hold that thought, Special K. I'm gonna let you say it at the end.
I wish I could.
Hold it. Now that's hold it. I'm gonna let you finish saying what you're saying. I'm gonna let Super Day do you like that, Special K. Go ahead, Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Friday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. First of all, Ricky, I'm just gonna save the best for last.
Okay.
First of all, I want to congratulate you and thank you so much, honey. From the how you say that? Marconi.
Marconi.
The Marconi Award, first of all, honey. And my thing is, people say, oh, you did. I said, yes, I did, honey. Ricky knows where my heart is.
No, I don't.
Well, I'm going to tell you where it is.
Don't.
Congratulations on the Marconi Award. And, it's a great award. This is our second award winning while I've been on the show with you. And I definitely appreciate everything, and I appreciate you. And I also want to congratulate you and thank you for being such a great comedian. Now, this is what you said, 32 years? 32 years of being comedic. Now, somebody said, did he ever write a joke about you? I said, no, I don't think he does.
Every day.
I know that. That's what I said. I was trying to be nice about it. I'm like,
that's every day, Gary.
Every damn day it's a joke, honey. But that's all right, though, baby. Now, this is the deal, though, Ricky. Now, honestly, I talked to Miss Gregory, honey. She live in New York, and she knows some boosters. And I was trying to get her to get an outfit to send tonight for the show. And I'm like, girl, you got to get him something cute, honey, because that last outfit, baby, I don't know who bought it for him. But, honey,
which outfit, Gary? Which one?
Baby, the one, girl, look like the Garanimals with the jacket and the pants. Like, girl, we going to bring Ricky back to the days when, honey, I was his assistant when he dressed nice.
Yeah, you had folks going out there buying them $300 pair of True Religion jeans.
Exactly, but Ricky,
now you can't even wear them because they boot cut. Yeah. And you still wear yours.
I sure damn do.
Take them down there to the Asian people and let them bring them in, bring the pants leg in. I said, you still around here wearing them boot cut True Religion jeans?
Yes.
We thought we was something going in and out of Northport Mall.
Yes, honey, back in the day. But Miss Gregory said her booster couldn't make it. So I'm like, girl, you can't find none of these queens here in Dallas, girl, to come get something, honey. Get him a nice little job. But we gonna see. If he looking cute tonight, y'all, that was from the booster. If he looking regular, honey, that was from his pocket.
You gonna go to Big T Bazaar and get something.
Yes, from the bazaar, honey. Yes, baby, Miss Big T, honey. Baby. And all the girls gonna be dressed in the audience looking just like him, honey.
Big T gotta be a miss.
Yeah, why
that's out there in the hood.
Yes, baby. Baby, them girls gonna all be coming in there in Lucci. Oh, that was supposed to be Gucci, girl, but that was Lucci.
Girl, what they gonna be wearing to the Verizon tonight, girl? They gonna be sharp.
Baby, they gonna be sharp, but if these girls go to the bazaar, honey, it's gonna be a whole different look, baby. They gonna, the girls gonna flash the light like the queens used to say back in the day, bitch, flash the light on, honey.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Flash the light,
everybody
baby.
don't know what Big T Bazaar is. Everybody in Miami, that's Dallas version of Carol's Mart.
Yes, sir.
And they all over the country. Just like the hood where you could get a rest in peace Pookie t-shirt.
Yes,
and a haircut and some eyelashes, some weed.
And a gold grill.
Bullets, weed machine, a weight machine.
Soul food restaurant.
You can get all that.
Shoe shine.
Everything.
Well, girl, when this girl shine those shoes, they come apart, honey. But that's a different story, though, baby. Baby, the wax take them shoes apart, but that's all right, honey, girl. Whatever your money can afford you, girl, go get it from where you can.
You hear what Maria said?
What she said?
Do your laundry.
Yeah, do your laundry and all, honey. So, but it's
cash your check.
Okay, everything. But Ricky, congratulations, honey, and congratulations on the 32 years. That's a long time. I mean, that's almost my whole life.
Gary, I swear, when I first started doing stand-up comedy, open mic night, I didn't see all of this. I had no idea all of this was going to happen. I was just trying to do some jokes, go to some comedy clubs, and eventually become a headliner and stuff. And all of this happened. So, God is good. And I went through a lot of stuff. I can write a whole book on the stuff that the morning show. Speaking of the Marconi Award, everything that we went through just to get to this point, Man, we sitting up in this room where Tom Joyner used to be. We used to stand. Remember how we used to all stand at the door and peep in there and watch Tom Joyner do his thing. Yeah, we and when they're coming, we like, we ain't going. Everybody was scared to go in, and we would just peep. And then, that's why, man, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. Man, God will, man. Only thing you have to do is make sure your motive is intact, and just focus on what you're doing and be the best at what you're doing, because you don't know what God got around the corner. But Gary, we weren't trying to get this job. We was happy. We was happy being on all the hip hop stations.
Exactly.
And somebody came in the office and said, "Hey, Tom is gonna retire. We're gonna move you over into that slot." And we all looking at each other with our mouth wide open, we were shocked.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
But I will say this, though, too, Ricky. Now, honestly, though, I mean, and this is serious. If you don't get the outfit tonight, though, you can always borrow some of Brad Cross colors. And
Bring it tack.
Yeah, I mean, because it's bad.
Don't worry about it, Brad.
It is bad. So, it's back. They selling it in the store now. I saw it. I took a picture of it. So,
they back selling cross colors?
They back selling cross colors at, well, I ain't going to call the name.
What, the puppy store?
No. This is one of the high-end department stores, honey. Cross colors, baby. So
I didn't know. I got to go get some. How does it look?
It looks somewhat the same, but it's not all that cute, though. But Brad got the original, so you could get the
Don't do her like that while she's in the bathroom, Gary. Don't do her like that when she can't do it with the AR-15.
No, but overall, though, Ricky, I love you. And I mean, no matter what you think and what you say, honey, I'm going to always love you. You have always been the person there for me. And that's the bottom line. And it's like they saying there's nothing you could do about it.
The only thing I'm just saying about Gary that was real disappointed, the fact that we didn't eat at the repast at your dad's funeral. We went to Popeyes.
You the one who left. Y'all asses left early. Y'all got in the doggone the
at your dad's funeral, like y'all had good food, and then the morning show had to go eat at that Popeyes chicken over there in on
Gulfway Drive right there, honey. Y'all ate the Popeyes. Y'all got
and then we had to drive all the way back to Houston. You said y'all was gonna let us use one of the funeral home limousines to get us back to Houston Hobby Airport. And we had to rent a car and drive all the way, and then left me at the cemetery. I watched them bury your dad. And everybody gone. Yeah. I was supposed to be riding with my daughter's mother back to Houston, and then everybody went to Popeyes, and she thought I was getting a ride with somebody else. So I'm at the cemetery with the cemetery workers, standing there watching Gary dad's casket being lowered into the ground with one of his side brothers.
Look, you bastard! And matter of fact, it's gonna be 11 years though, Thanksgiving Day though, since you wanna go there with that, honey. Yeah, man, that was the last day you and me saw him. All right, the Kahlua today, honey, is beef eater. On the high end, on the low, just say natural brown. That's your Kahlua for today. Bye.
Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome. Bye.
Magic K, what you got coming up next?
What? What I got?
No. You said you had something to say. Remember? You said
yeah. I just didn't want to get caught again. No, I was just saying thank you, man, for all
that.
What's
up?
Baby. Sir. How you doing? Good to see you.
Boy, I'm so proud of you. Everything good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When will I be seeing that, brother?
You right here.
I changed my hair. You like,
how you been doing?
Good. How about you?
Good.
Good to see you.
In the building. What's been up, man?
Oh, not much, man. Working. I'm, excited, man. I get to, do something special this weekend with y'all, man. This is major for me. Like being on the show with, always being on the show with you, and anytime I get to be on with the legends. That's great. But then, I ain't never met Martin before, man. The whole time I've been
it's coming.
Prepared. It's like, man, don't act like no bitch. Don't you get in there. Don't you get in there and act like no bitch. Don't you get in there and boy, don't embarrass yourself. Right. So, what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited, man.
Man, I'm so happy for you, man. I've been watching. I just recently started seeing some videos. Man, you killing their ass. That's good, bro.
Every time.
Where you are right now is where I was in 2000.
Really?
Yes, sir. Got social media behind y'all. Y'all way more powerful.
I think my ear is good enough for these.
Keep
Keep it real. How you know how to do that? You pull this out, nigga judge you. Like,
That's why you got your
own okay, cool. All right, my dad, there we go.
You can take it with you.
I don't know,
Yeah, you keep
I was comfortable with that one. Yeah, you know how you put it out. Put the motherfucker back in there. Yeah, that's a compliment right there, though, man. Because a lot of times, like I done seen like a lot of guys that from the older generation, or not only want to say older generation, just the elders in regards to this game. You know, they don't really give us advice. You've always been one that, I don't know if you even remember this, I had did a joke when we was in Houston, like,
oh, I remember.
Yeah, you pulled me to the side like, hey, you know, it gave me some advice and just, but it wasn't just like, hey, do this. You broke it down and explained to me why and this and understand it from this perspective. Then you tried to break my fingers with the football. We throw the football.
Look, I got it. It's right there. I got it in here.
Yeah, it was like, but it was just that relationship and just that interaction that gives you a level of comfort as a young comedian.
Right.
When you see somebody who doesn't have to embrace you at all, take the time out to give you not just advice, but really break down like, this is what I see in you. It wasn't just criticism. You was like, no, I see this in you. So you need to understand that this is the better way.
I told you that because I think that was the first time I ever seen you perform, and I was like, man, you so powerful. I said, man, you gonna blow up, man. I see it. Because, you know, when you've been in the game so long, you just know. You see somebody on stage, you just know this shit gonna take off.
Man, you hit. There's a such thing as bombing every now and then. You hit every single time.
Yeah.
Even your weaker jokes are funny.
Yeah, even like the older generation, people in their 50s can relate to you, man. Like, you got really fucking good material, and just your presentation, your style, your swag, all of that stuff, man. You killing them. And I was like just really proud because I saw you, and that was my first time seeing
DC.
No, what's the name? From Wild 'N Out. They be with you all the time.
Carlos.
Yeah, seeing you and Carlos do y'all thing, man. It was just magical, man. I said, man, and from me, man, I'm always happy to see the younger because I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I sit up, man, like we do R&B, man, but I really listen to hip hop. I listen to all the young artists because I'm really into hip hop. Been into hip hop a long time, but seeing the younger generation of the comedians, you and B. Simone and Just Hilarious. Man, I be watching y'all videos, man. I be weak. So I watch y'all videos so I don't have to do videos. I can watch y'all stuff and sit back.
I be watching your video too. You be cussing people out on Facebook, boy. I be like, nobody cussing like Rickey Smiley. I'm like, he keep it clean on the radio, but when they get to talking crazy on Facebook, he's like, hey man, let me tell you like this, man. Y'all kiss my goddamn man with bullshit.
And you got women coming on there telling you how to raise your grandson.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell somebody how to
and
raise
I
your
always watch the joints with you and your grandson, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, that's crazy, man, because you would think that y'all somewhere doing something.
No,
you know.
man, I watch the videos, man. Your little grandson, you get them together and everything, and man, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And
man.
I remember one when he had got in trouble for something, and you had somebody was in the comments telling you how you should. Oh, don't worry about that. You're like, look here, I don't care nothing about what you talking about. All right, that's my grandson. I'm gonna teach him how to be a
Women
man.
don't understand it takes iron to sharpen iron.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like I had to tell, you know, I say, hey, when I'm dealing with him, don't get involved. If you can't take it, leave it. My granddad used to tell my grandma, hey, if you can't take the shit, don't stay and watch him have football practice, because that's why we got him out there. So the coaches could be tough on him. You can't take that shit, leave.
Y'all. Preach. Then leave.
No, man, we happy to have you, bro.
Man, I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
I'm
we
excited.
happy to. Hey, you know I've known her since she was a baby.
Yeah, she told me. She was like, y'all used to
like my niece
be
over
playing
there.
Street Fighter in the
Walk around the comedy club with a pamper on.
Yeah, she just told me a story. We was out there. She was like, you would come do the open mic and then had to drive back to play for church in the morning.
I did. And Earthquake would let me use his Jeep. He had a Volkswagen front, but then he had got a Jeep Cherokee. I mean, Earthquake was roommates.
Yeah, no.
So I would be in Atlanta all the time, and then that was before she was born. And then when she was born, I remember Earthquake up on stage and me standing in the back holding her on my hip. Well, she had came up there and I just picked up and holding. I was going on stage next. And then when I got introduced, I took her hand to Gary Abdo, and I went on stage and performed. You know, me and your dad and Gary Abdo was the three came up with Uptown Comedy Club.
Was it at IHOP or was it at Waffle House?
It was at Huddle House.
Huddle House.
It was at the Huddle House, and that's how the concept of Uptown Comedy Club is in Atlanta. But it started with us having lunch, and we went out and hired a staff one day, and the first night was 13 people. The first when it first opened, it was me and Cedric Entertainment. It wasn't even no feature act. Quake had to go out of town and do a show, and we built it up from there. But I was the first comedian to tell a joke.
You and Cedric
Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Them stories, it's just like when you hear them now from somebody who grew up watching y'all, it's like to hear it's like you can kind of forget that you guys started somewhere too. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people usually talk those stories.
I did comedy. We going in now?
National Vision first, then we're going right in.
Okay. All right, Pimpin', you got your volume control?
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. I'm really excited this morning, man. Damn it, when we have politicians and presidents and everything on the show, all that's fine. But when you get comedians on the show, somebody that do what you do, and especially like the next generation, which I'm a fan. I love the Carlos and Chico and Just Hilarious and B. Simone. Like, I'm a fan, and I'm so excited. But this segment is being brought to you by AARP. Provide resources for caregivers. AARP can help you learn whether care at home is the right option for you and your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving to learn more. All right, y'all. Tomorrow, November the 13th, marks my 32nd.
32nd.
How old are you?
34. So that's crazy. That's crazy.
You was 2 years old when
Yeah.
Hey, you was 2 years old.
Yeah.
When I walked on stage,
that's crazy. You just did the AARP right before. And I was like, that was a perfect setup right there. You was like AARP. That's what's up. That's how you lead into that one. That's why you the professional right there.
32nd anniversary as a stand-up comedian, so it's a full circle moment for me to be on a comedy show with Martin Lawrence tonight and tomorrow in Dallas. It's called the Lit AF Tour. The next stop tonight, Dallas, and tomorrow night, Houston. And right here, y'all help me welcome the incredible comedian on this tour. You may have seen him on MTV hit show Wild 'N Out, and you're going to see him on everything. Y'all give it up and show your love for Chico Bean.
Yeah. AARP.
Slow down, youngster. Slow down.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. Who was that?
Oh, that's Special K.
That's Special K, man.
So look, Special K is here
another old head.
in Atlanta, the Brat.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, man? I was just listening to you.
Gary with the T.
Yeah, Gary with the T. I love Gary, man. Gary be talking big trash.
Hey, wait a minute. And we celebrate 99 years of Sigma Gamma Rho, and a lot of people don't know that you're a part of the Divine Nine.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know you ain't about to say I'm an SG Rho. I'm like, what type of narrative are you trying to set up here? We go from AARP to, but yeah, I'm an Alpha, man. I'm a member of Alpha Phi
Go
Alpha.
and shout out your chapter, man.
Yeah, man. Beta Iota, Winston-Salem State, spring 2007, man.
Come on now.
Salem.
Yeah.
Come on now,
Winston-Salem State University.
We got the alphas and the Qs in the building, man. The divine, the beginning and the end will be on the show tonight.
All the way. Now,
Yes.
I see you as a Q, I want to see you in that element because you such a nice dude in person, but I know how y'all get when y'all get the, you know what I mean? You probably show up to the club with a Crown Royal bag around your Johnson. So, y'all different, but I can't see Ricky doing that because, you know, he's like nice dressed dude, but I want to see you in your Q element, man.
Yeah, you see me around the YE bros when I'm at Jackson State University homecoming, or around the Russ College bros or the Alpha Phi bros. When I have on my stuff, I be a whole different.
Them boots,
I be
boots is like the Superman
fighting on,
suit
put on
for
no
y'all.
lotion. I be ashy.
Really? I can't believe it.
Behind the grill, you know, grilling chicken, making the purple oil.
Oh yeah, see, I got to see all that.
But Alphas put me on my first comedy show, Alabama A&M Alphas. Marco Arrington and all those guys, man, they put me on my first comedy show, in the Alphas and the Deltas of some of my biggest supporters that helped start my career.
Yeah, were you in school still?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I started too. I started hosting all the stuff for fraternity, all of the pageants and all of that stuff. And then when I graduated, I went to go get a job at where I did an internship, and I thought I was going to be a news anchor.
Right.
And I went to get a job, and they told me I was going to be making $6.25 an hour part-time. I was like, no, I'm not. If I'm going to be poor and struggling, I'd much rather be poor and struggling doing something for myself than helping somebody else get rich.
How did you start, and where did you start? Like, you came out of bruh, listen. So I'm on a show in Houston. I think it was me, you, DC Youngfly, Mike Epps.
Yeah, Carlos.
And Carlos. So I'm like, I had heard of you, so I had your intro, you know, written on a piece of paper. I'm like, I didn't know you or whatever. So I stood on the stage and I watched. I'm like, who are these little young dudes on the show? And that was the first I saw you on social media. Man, you went on stage and killed.
Yeah.
So when you came on stage, I saw something in you, and I pulled you to the side. I said, "Come on, we got to talk."
That's all he did. And I didn't know what it was about when he pulled me to the side. Cause you know how Ricky voice sounded. He said, "Hey, young, come here. Let me got to talk to you. Let me talk to you for a second."
What I say, Carla?
Like, look, you say, Chico, look here, man. You good. You know what I mean? You good. You real good. I done seen a lot of stuff, but you good. But you can't, hey, man, make sure when you do what you do it like this and give a little bit of advice. But don't do that last thing you did. You ain't got to do that.
Yeah, you know why I said that? Bruce Ayers, Stardome, that's who gave me my start.
Yeah,
Bruce
I just went and did the Stardome this year and killed it. Yeah,
I already know. Well, they gave me they the ones that gave me my start. You know what he told me? I told him, I only told you what he told me. Mm-hmm. You so talented, man. It's just certain stuff that you just ain't got to do. Mm-hmm. So the guys that have to do that don't have the talent that you have, and they use that as a crutch.
Yep, that's exactly what you said.
Yeah. I said, man, you good. I said, you don't need that, man. Yeah. I said, you let them other dudes have that. You let them do all that. You finna be a star. Yeah. It's certain stuff, and I'm so proud, man.
That was your exact words. That you tried to break my fingers with a football. For all the Rickey Smiley fans, man, he's a good dude, but he's a terrorist on the low, man. I'm telling you, we throwing the football. He was like, Chingo, go that way. Let me show you something real quick. Run that way. Do a 5 round and out. I got you. Threw the ball hard as he could throw it. I'm like, hey, man, I got a family, man. What's wrong with you, man? You trying to break my fingers?
You know when you grow up in the state of Alabama, man, you got to play football.
Well, I didn't grow up in the state of Alabama. I didn't even grow up in the state. I grew up in D.C. I grew up in a district. We don't throw the football like that, sir. My fingers ain't made that for that.
I know full-grown transvestites that
you do?
I know, but guess what?
Hey, you lead into that. Why you doing this when I'm on the show, man?
Guess what? They used to play football. So you grow up, no matter what you become, you got a football pass.
Now to see that's what. Come on, man. You trying to set me up with the AARP? Then you go to the transvestites. No, I'm like, what am I supposed to have? Tranny fingers like that? Does that sound like a snack or something that you get from somewhere you ain't supposed to be at, man? This is terrible.
Hold on, Chico, man. Okay, so when did you know? What was the defining moment that you knew that, you know what? I'm pretty funny. I can probably do a career doing this thing. When did you know that?
Actually, when my first time getting on stage, like my story's a little different. I started in North Carolina where I went to school at.
Right.
And the reason why I started is because, I lost my father when I was 2 to murder. So, I never had any relationship with my dad. So I went to his gravesite for the first time when I graduated, and he didn't have a headstone. So I was like, oh, man, whatever he had did in his life up until that point hadn't garnered him a marker to let the world know he existed, nor nobody else was in the position to be able to do it for him. So at that point, I was like, I can't be a patch of grass. I got to do something. I didn't know what it was, but I got to do something. And my boy Jerome was like, man, you got to do comedy. I had never been to a comedy show before. Right. So it was an open mic night at the Greensboro Comedy Zone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you're familiar with that club. And the first Thursday I went and watched everybody do horrible. So I was like, I can at least do this bad. And then I went back the next Thursday and I went up and did 4 minutes. Now I know you can't kill in 4 minutes, but at that time I felt like that was the greatest 4 minutes.
Oh, yes,
I remember
sir.
my first joke I ever told was about what I wanted the inauguration to look like if Obama won. And that was my whole 4 minutes. And when I got off stage, I literally was like, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
So how long you been doing it now?
Since 2008.
Are you serious?
Yeah, since 2008. But see, I started in a market where nobody was, nobody's coming to Greensboro to look for it. I'm from D.C. and started my career there. So
what was your first big show?
Wildin' Out.
Really?
Wildin' Out.
And you ended up on Wildin' Out?
Yeah, but see, I went and did a show with Nick 2 years prior to Wildin' Out. Like, it was the same type of scenario, kind of like how you pulled me to the side. It was the same thing.
Right.
Like, when I got to the comedy club, it was Gotham, the comedy club in New York City.
Oh,
and that was my first time ever doing a club like that. And when I got there, the owner was like, hey, man, you can't curse, you can't say the N-word, you can't do this. We really looking for people who funny.
I bombed the first time at Gotham Comedy Club in New York.
Well, I didn't.
The little people had a convention.
Oh, come on.
And so they had booked the whole comedy night. And it was all kind of little people. It was the tall ones, it was the short ones. And they said you can't talk about them, you can't say nothing about them because they're sensitive. So I walked on stage and nobody's feet was touching the floor. Bro, I just said, hey, y'all, I apologize. I can't do it. I walked on stage.
Walked on stage. Well, that ain't a bomb. That is a graceful bow out. Then you can't stop telling people you bombed and tell people you gracefully bowed out the first time you did Gotham. But for me, at that time, that was all my jokes. That was what I was talking about at the time because I felt like that's what I needed to do. So I had to go outside and get a new set together. So I my process is I don't really write stuff down. I just walk in, talk to myself, get it in my mind. And Nick walked in and saw me doing that and just thought I was some crazy dude in New York talking to myself, which is not rare at all. So when I got on stage, I killed. When I came off, he pulled me to the side and said, "Hey man, was you just outside making all that up?" I was like, "Yeah," and I really didn't know how he was gonna receive it. He was like, "Look, I'm around some of the best in the game every day. They can't do what you just did. Keep working." And then fast forward 2 years later, when they brought back Wild 'N Out, I went and auditioned, and he remembered me from that performance. Like, I remember you the dude that was talking to himself. And then that, was the beginning process.
So can you stick around? You in a rush?
No, I ain't in no rush, man. I ain't going nowhere after the transvestite fingers. I'm not going nowhere. This is my job now, because if I don't get booked no more, I work for the radio show, because they trying to set me up, man.
We got Chico Bean, y'all. More Chico Bean. Coming up next, y'all, 25 before the top of the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
All right, y'all, it's about that time to play Battle of the Sexes. We got Cassandra from Shreveport. And then we got my man William from Birmingham, Alabama.
William, what's up? What's up?
On our station 98.7 Kids FM. William, what part of Birmingham you live in?
I live at Homewood. I'm from Ensley, though. I had to get away, man. I feel like I made it now.
There it is, man. Homewood, over the mountain. All right, William, you ready? Cassandra, y'all ready?
Yes.
If y'all do not know the answer, just say pass. Because when you're sitting there trying to guess, you're wasting time. All right, Brad, let's go.
All right, let's go. Start the clock. Which show is the highest grossing production on Broadway ever?
Pass.
Women use this product to create a smooth surface for their makeup.
Pass.
That was Primer. The last one was The Lion King. Okay, what home house cleaning product should you avoid mixing with bleach or it creates a deadly gas?
Ammonia.
Yes. Which bones are babies born without?
What? Can you say that again?
Which bone are babies born without?
Tailbone?
No, kneecap. What is the name of the song that Queen Elsa sings as she builds her ice castle from the movie Frozen?
Let It Snow.
No, it's Let It Go. That's wrong.
Oh, that's what he probably meant.
Rayon is used for making what?
Pass. I have no clue.
Clothes.
Hey, William, did you tell them about it from Homewood? You should have said Roebuck. Hey, William, you should have said Centerpoint. Don't you do Homewood like that?
Babies ain't got no tailbone.
Let it snow.
They just limp.
Let it snow.
Baby be laying across your arm like a dish towel. All right, Cassandra, you ready?
He got one.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Start the clock. Back in the day when Barbie dolls were popular, there was a male equivalent who was an Army soldier doll. What was his name?
G.I. Joe.
Yep. An insurance policy that includes comprehensive collision and liability coverage is called what?
Oh, God. Oh. Pass. I'll come back.
All right, full coverage. What's the line called that basketball players stand behind to shoot foul shots?
3-pointer.
Huh?
3-pointer.
Free throw line.
Sandra.
Oh.
This Hall of Fame NBA player from Atlanta Hawks was known as the Human Highlight Film and was a dunk contest champion. What's his name?
A-Rod. No, not A-Rod.
A-Rod.
Yeah, Dominique Wilkins.
Wrong sport.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Who sang the 1980s hit song, If You Think You're Lonely Now?
Come on, girl.
Pass.
Wait until tonight, girl. That's Bobby Womack.
It's a tie?
It's a tie?
Wait a minute, here we go, tie. First tiebreaker. Come on, stay with me, Cassandra. What is the all cotton striped suit men wear only in the summer?
Seersucker.
Yes.
Whoa.
Go, Brad.
Okay. Rhinoplasty is what type of procedure?
A plastic surgery procedure.
For what?
For what?
Plastic surgery procedure for a body part.
Which body part? Just guess, bro.
Huh? Eyeballs? He said eyeballs.
He said pass. Cassandra wins.
Woo!
It's a nose.
It's a nose job.
What did she win?
It's a good thing the ladies won. We have a bonus prize this week. Congratulations. Great job. Here's your exciting variety of exclusive items you've won from the Dollar Tree. It's the Dollar Tree Prize Pack. You got a Family Care Nasal Mist Spray, maximum strength, fast, powerful congestion relief. You got a 4-pack of chewy, juicy, and delicious strawberry sensation flavored fruit roll-ups. How about a Panasonic lithium calculator battery? You got a Greenbrier Kennel Club fleece pet scarf for dogs or cats. You've got the Frozen 2 jumbo coloring and activity book. You got a 4-piece Jot brand glue sticks. Also, a 48-count pink plastic party forks. And a pair of Snuggadoo adult-size mittens. A family-size bag of extra crunchy, extra cheesy Brim's cheese balls. And finally, you got a Warm Touch warming jelly personal lubricant for those moments when you need just that little extra. Now, this is all yours, courtesy of the Dollar Tree. And as a bonus, you got a gift card to the V-Spa for Women. Beautiful sister, you are such a queen. So come on, squat it down and get some shots of that steam.
Thank y'all for playing Battle of the Sexes. Y'all give William from Birmingham, Alabama, and Cassandra from Baton Rouge a big round of applause. Thank y'all for playing Battle of the Sexes. Thank you, dog. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Yeah. William. Hello.
Holla.
William is losing all the way around.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's the, are we on?
I want to be free by the
we
Ohio
are.
players.
I want to be free by the Ohio players. That's your song?
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. We got a special guest. We so distracted this morning. The morning show ain't the same when comedians. If you got Benji Brown and you got any comedian, I'm a comedian. Before radio, I am a stand-up comic. So when I get another stand-up comic in the room, the show goes left. The man, we got Chico Bean in the house, and we are so excited to have him. Member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Yes. So we got this bit right here, songs that will stay in your head all day.
Yes.
You got a Super Day?
Uh-oh. No,
this ain't it.
Yeah, you got it. Well, let's go.
Got your brain hard and your nose hard, and that's it. So please.
And on the air, also with us right now, TV One's Popular Coins franchise tells the story of a single mom who's focused on her family career and her chance at a true love. Listen, man, and if you're on the line right now, give us a sneak peek on the final movie of the trilogy Coins Forever. Y'all give it up and show your love for the one and only Essence Atkins, y'all.
Good morning.
Essence, you have to excuse us. There's a bunch of comedians in here. We on one this morning.
I know. I've been listening, and I'm part of the intervention. Ricky, don't do it.
See, there you go. Thank you, ma'am. That is maybe if it comes from a beautiful woman, then that's what it is.
Chico, you're hilarious.
Thank you
guys
so
have me
much.
cracking up. You're welcome.
Okay, well now since Ricky knows hard, I'm gonna do this. So now, originally Coins was only supposed to be one movie. How did it end up being a trilogy?
I mean, the people watched the first movie, Coins for Christmas, and they fell in love with the characters. My character, Madison, Stephen Bishop's character, Alec Darby. I mean, we have a great cast, and what ended up resonating with people is that even though it was a Christmas movie, it didn't have the typical kind of bow-tied romantic ending. It was really about Madison doing whatever she needed to do to salvage Christmas for her kids after losing her job.
Oh, that sounds like a true story.
I am so excited. We hosted an award show together. I can't remember. It was something.
Yes, 2013.
Yes.
We sure did.
So happy to have you on the show this morning. So what can we expect from the final movie this Sunday?
I mean, the final movie, Coins Forever, is about, will they forever be able to stay together? Because obviously, for the sake of drama, there's obstacles. Golden Brooks joins the cast this time. Golden is from, the hit TV show Girlfriends, and she becomes my nemesis. But even more so than like people, coveting what you have, I think the movie also deals with the fact that are the people around you going to support your relationship? Because we are influenced by our community, our village, and whether or not they rally and get behind the idea of us being together. That's another question.
In essence, recently there was an article that featured you, your son, and your ex-husband titled Parenting Goals. How have you and your son's father found that balance in co-parenting?
I mean, I think the only way to do that is to prioritize your child. You have to prioritize your child and prioritize forgiveness. It's important that there be an environment that there's no animosity, because your child's identity is based in who their parents are initially, and it's really important that they have a sense of wholeness. So any dissension, any grievances need to be squashed so that your child can flourish and be at ease.
I know that's right. Well, what else do you have in the works? What other projects can we expect, Essence?
That Brett.
She said, I know that's right.
It was just so deep. We just needed to pause and just let it marinate.
Listen, it was silent. I was like, hello?
You.
Hello?
She said, did I say something wrong?
Did we disconnect?
I was like, Chico, say something real quick.
And let people also know how they can follow you.
She ain't answered my question.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to figure out what else she got in the works. Oh, because I was delayed. You're going to treat my question bad.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
There's a few other things that are percolating, but I've been invited back to First Wives Club. They were picked up for a third season.
Nice.
So,
love that show.
Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, I had a great time last year or beginning of this year working with those guys, and we had such an incredible time in Atlanta. So, like I said, I've been invited back. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. To follow me on social media, it's at Essence_says, SAYS, at Essence Says on both Twitter and Instagram. Anywhere else, you're being catfished. So don't fall for it.
Hey, listen, y'all, do not miss Coins Forever on TV One this Sunday, November the 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up. Show your love for Essence Atkins.
What's up? Rickey Smiley. This your boy, Bruce. You know who I am. I represent the ATL to the fullest. You represent Birmingham to the fullest. I just want to say, hey, happy 32 years in comedy. I remember when you was there. I remember when you started, because I was the first person you met when you came to Atlanta. So happy 32 years, and man, let me tell you something. Do 32 more, and that's from your boy, Bruce.
That's right, y'all. He's large and he's in charge. He's so nice, they named him twice. Bruce. Bruce is working for Frito-Lay truck parked in front of the comedy club, us doing open mic night.
Really?
Real talk, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour, y'all. This segment's being brought to you by Game. That's right. If your laundry is longing for a scent that's seriously irresistible, you got to try Game Flings detergent. Gary, you really should wash your jogging suits in Game.
Yeah, man.
Instead of wearing them again. Really.
A little tingy.
Yes, sir. And then coming to the morning show, Gary, just know that if your laundry is longing for a scent that's seriously irresistible, you got to try Game Flings.
just spray a little cologne on it, Ricky.
No, ma'am.
Funk with the cologne.
You would not put cologne on it and iron. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's what we're going to stop doing.
Oh, Lord.
Maria, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ricky. All right, here's a look at today's news. A ninth person has died as a result of the crowd surge at the Astroworld Music Festival in Houston last week. A 22-year-old Texas A&M student died from her injuries Wednesday night, and a 9-year-old remains in a medically induced coma. A criminal investigation is being conducted, and more than 50 lawsuits have already been filed. The defense of the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial rested its case yesterday. Rittenhouse is accused of fatally shooting 2 men and injuring another during racial justice protests in Wisconsin last year. Closing arguments are expected to begin on Monday. In other national news, a federal court temporarily blocked Congress from receiving documents related to the January 6th attack on the Capitol. A lower court ruled that records from Donald Trump's time in office could be released, but his lawyers argued that as former president, Trump could still claim executive privilege. The federal court agreed. Now, Ricky, this case will likely end up in the Supreme Court. And in COVID news, more than 2 million at-home COVID-19 tests produced by Ellume have been recalled due to higher than acceptable false positives. The FDA says there have been 35 reports of false positives, enough to identify it as a Class 1 recall, and this is the most serious kind.
Right.
Lastly, you may want to double-check your inbox and spam folder because you could have a gift card from Microsoft, the Microsoft Store to be exact. They have confirmed that they sent out 50,000 virtual gift cards to U.S. customers. People were randomly selected. Half got $100 gift cards and the other half got $10 gift cards. So, yes, check that promotions and check that spam folder. I'm Maria Moore sitting in for Eva. You can follow me on IG at Maria Moore, and that's Moore with 1 O, and that's what's happening in news. What's good, Rock T?
Already pimping. Shout out to the Miami Dolphins, man, because they found a way to beat the Baltimore Ravens last night. Everybody's still shocked about that one. You know what I'm saying? The LA Rams signed Odell Beckham Jr., wide receiver, the free agent leaving Cleveland, going to the Rams. Listen, man, if the Rams don't at least get to the Super Bowl, shame on them.
Right.
Come on, man. That high power offense.
So it won't be Kansas City, it'll be the Rams in your prediction.
Rams are going to represent the NFC.
Right.
I ain't all the way sold on I don't know, man.
We're going to see.
Let me get back to you on that.
Yeah.
Because Tampa Bay's still out there.
Right.
Cowboys still out there.
Right.
Of course, you got the Rams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it is what it is, man. Cam Newton, he signs with the team that actually he led to the Super Bowl. He back with Carolina.
There it is.
Cam. Oh, Cam. It is what it is, man. We got some college football action going on this weekend, but let's shout out to our HBCUs, man. Let's talk about the HBCU matchups. Hit the theme music, baby. Mississippi Valley State and Alabama State going at it this weekend, man. Fayetteville State and Bowie State going head up. Shout out to Norfolk State and Delaware State doing big things. North Carolina Central and Howard is matching up this weekend. North Carolina A&T and South Carolina State. Big ups to Bethune-Cookman and Grambling going head up. Shout out to PV, you know. Alcorn State and PV going head up this weekend. Big up to FAMU, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Shout out to Miles College and Albany State. Alabama A&M versus Texas Southern, and then Jackson State versus Southern University going down. And we got a shout out to Chico Bean's alma mater, man, Winston-Salem State.
I'm about to say, we ain't got no game this weekend.
I don't think y'all play this weekend, but we still gonna shout y'all out. You know what I'm saying? It is your boy Stephen A. Smith wants some say.
Yeah, he sure did.
It is what it is, pimpin'. That's what I got for sports. Brad got the hot spot right now.
Hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show at 29 before the top of the hour. This thing was being brought to you by Capital One. Getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit is another reason banking with Capital One is one of the easiest decisions ever. Does banking reimagine what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One, NA member FDIC. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Pleasure P's 17-year-old son, Marcus Cooper Jr., has been named a prime suspect in a murder dating back to early last month. Now, according to reports, Cooper Jr. is accused of murdering 24-year-old Tyron Arthis in Broward County, Florida. Now, authorities claim both Cooper Jr. and Arthis were in the same car in the early hours of October 8th. However, at one point, Cooper Jr. allegedly ordered the victim out of the vehicle before shooting him. So Tyron Arthis was then left for dead on I-595. Officers are currently looking for Cooper Jr. and there's an active warrant for his arrest. Now, Pleasure P, this is Pleasure P's son. Pleasure P is from the group Pretty Ricky. He took to Instagram Live to address the charges against his son. Check it out.
Why would a 17-year-old be around a 24-year-old? He is 17. They said, oh, he left him on the side of the road like he's a dog and this and that. Bro, my son don't want for nothing. Never wanted for nothing. 17? Why would he shoot a 24-year-old? No, it's a lot of more factors that's been left out, and they do not want to give us all the information. Tomorrow, I got another lawyer that I just hired. I got the best in the business. So, y'all better pray up, because y'all ain't finna do mine like that. I'm going to go out to the end about mine, bro.
There you go. With that being said,
what else can you say?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you got to prove it in court. You know, just because somebody said something or whatever,
right.
You got to prove that.
You're right.
So, was he charged?
I don't think he was charged. He was arrested. I don't know if he was charged, but they did arrest him.
That's odd. A 17-year-old and 24-year-old hanging out. Like, what was that about?
Name the
like,
prime suspect.
Are they family friends or?
I don't know. Odd. Any more of the story that I get, I'll make sure I let everybody know because I want to know what's going on too.
Yeah, me too.
I hope it goes well, you know, for him because I know how you are with your sons, Ricky. You gonna fight to the death. You gonna make sure they are right and they're treated fairly. Yeah, I know if they right, they right. Yeah. You know.
I'm talking about, I'll go to bat for you if you right, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you're wrong, we're going to man up and accept responsibility for our actions and apologize to anybody that we've hurt or whatever. And, that's still going to be my son, but we're going to do right by people.
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note right there. And coming up next, we got Chef Janisha Payne with them good old recipes. And we got the Praise Mixdown. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Got the one and only quick and easy meals with Chef Jan.
One time.
Woo, Chef Jan.
Hey, Chef Jan.
Good morning, everybody.
Chef Jan, say good morning to Chico, comedian Chico Bean.
Good morning, Chico. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
She can cook her ass off. She
can cook. See, I be watching the videos you put up with the dudes that be in the he look like he in like a 1-bedroom kitchen. So I know
Kurt.
he can. Yeah,
talking
Kurt.
about Kurt?
I'm talking about Kurt. You can tell from the wood in the apartment. I'm like, I know that's an apartment complex he cooking in.
Why you call out Kurt like that?
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm sure the food is delicious. I used to cook in that same size kitchen. So
we're gonna call him. We're gonna call him. Chef Jan, what you cooking today?
Well, today I did a seafood boil soup. Just a one-pot, quick, easy meal. Throw everything in the pot, walk away, come back, it's done. You can do it in a regular pot, or you can do it in a crock pot. So basically, instead of just doing a seafood boil like people love in like the summertime, just do a soup for them.
Man, hey, that sounds real good. You know, I did that surf and turf soup again. I had to make it and bring it to work. Now, what's the difference? What did you put in yours?
I just did shrimp, corn, did some brown rice. I put the seafood boil packet in there.
Yeah.
And so it'll give it that extra flavor. And instead of using water, I used the seafood boil broth. Not chicken broth. Yeah. So, yeah.
And a lot of
delicious.
And a lot of people don't know you can take the shrimp tails and put it in a small pot and boil it with some celery, and that's how you get your real stock right there. With a lot of people don't know that. I learned that from Kurt, the one out the little kitchen with the plywood on the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could tell he cooked good in that little 1-bedroom kitchen. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? He a bad man. I be watching his videos. I just subscribe to him and everything. Be like, man, he done cooked in a jail cell before. So ain't no way he got that much space and he make that work like that.
He got 2 eyes on that stove.
That's it. It's 2. That's it. Just 2 eyes, man, and he be making it happen.
Cooking a Thanksgiving dinner with 2 eyes.
2 eyes.
You ain't told no lies.
And a skillet, the flat skillet, George Foreman grill. You like, man, about to make a pound cake on the George Foreman grill, Slim?
Come on, cuz.
You a bad mama jamma, man.
This
Pound
segment,
cake on a skillet.
this cooking segment has been officially ruined by Chico Bean. It's just radio is not the same. Janisha, if anybody need to reach you for this awesome recipe, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Okay, guys, you can find me on my social media, which is cooking_with_Jan.
_Jan. Y'all give it up and show your love for the one and only Chef Janisha Payne.
One time.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good day, Janisha.